Good afternoon. My name's Technical Difficulties. Just took a quick break from this recording session. Took a shower. I'm still tired. I need more coffee. I really hope the mic can't pick up me drinking things because I haven't noticed it yet. No. Go bye-bye. Go bye-bye. Oh well. Okay, so last episode, I essentially broke down how I wanted to clear this off here to build the house on. If I remember correctly. Yeah, I took that shower and everything just to reset my head. I was starting to get a little bit fatigued. And I've noticed I tend to talk better if I just take quick breaks. I tend to just be more vocal overall, and I feel like my content's a little bit better if I just don't grind out like for 2 hours straight just having to talk and everything. Something I've picked up on is the content seems to be better when I don't just grind it out and make it feel like a task. Cool. So, yeah. We're going to get back into things. Try to enjoy what we're doing. I think this is going to be my last Minecraft in this session. Then I'm going to record for both my Long Dark series, and then I might even throw another series into the mix. Try to get a fourth series running, which sounds slightly exhausting to be completely honest, but my dream for this channel is to have 5 different series running at the same time that I can just rotate weekly. So I upload 5 days a week, every week, for 5 different series, and just really get things nice. Make it so it doesn't, for starters, it makes it harder for me to get just exhausted on a series because I got a lot of them, different ones going on. And also, eventually, honestly, probably not too far from here, my builds in Minecraft are going to be different. It's not going to be just exploring and dying to tridents. Eventually I want to build some cool farms and some super cool and massive builds and stuff. And that's a lot easier if I have other series going on, because it gives me time to work on those other series, have content still going out that's not just me grinding away at a build in Minecraft. So it buys me time a little bit to I probably could keep this here, but it's going to be an eyesore. It's not going to fit in with the lore I'm building this around. But I think having the just accessibility to, work on that project and focus on it while still having other content that is plenty engaging, and it's not just going to be like 3 weeks of the exact same thing going on in Minecraft time after time after time. I think that will just make things a hair more interesting for everybody involved. Granted, I'll still be grinding out trying to get projects done, but like one thing I want to do is I want to find a desert temple, a fairly not buried one, if it is a buried one, then, we'll figure out what I want to do with that. I might just leave it, but I want to find one, and I want to make it a really cool desert base. Which, that was also something I was looking for. If I could find a desert / desert temple, I want to convert it into a really cool base. I'm going to have several bases and outposts. If I find a monument, I plan on draining a monument. Not as impressive as when Philza did it in hardcore, but it is what it is. Bedrock doesn't have hardcore for one big reason, and that's because sometimes you glitch and you just die spontaneously because of like fall damage or something, and I could literally just be standing just like this and I'd all of a sudden take damage for something that just makes absolutely no sense given the situation. Which I've heard that Mojang's working on it. They're trying to fix that bug, but it's a bit of an issue to fix. Which is fine. It doesn't, I'm yet to just spontaneously die to fall damage. I know it's a big issue on multiplayer, for sure. Just from when I've played with my friends, they'll just spontaneously lose half their health, and they'll be like, "Wait a minute, what the hell, Jonathan? Did you just hurt me?" I'm like, "No, I'm not even near you. I'm 2,000 blocks away. It's physically highly improbable for me to do it, unless I got some sort of stasis." I love words. If you can't tell. Ouch. Pain. Stasis pearl. There we go. I've been in my head that entire time while I was silent. I was like, how pronunciation help, please? But yeah. Unless I had one of those, there was no way I could hurt them. Yeah. So, I know it's a little bit more of an issue there. But on a hardcore, it'd be a big deal. If you spontaneously die due to some glitch on 200 days in, IRL days, man, that would suck. Righteously so. So, I've heard that's the reason why Mojang hasn't added hardcore in to Bedrock yet, which is still a little bit upsetting because I want to play hardcore. Hardcore has such a awesome concept to me, and I can't wait for it to be in the game whenever they finally add it. But until then, I'll settle for this, and I'm sure somebody out there is like, but wait a minute, couldn't you just I don't know, treat hard mode like hardcore? Which, though pretty much everything is the same, I believe the settings for the way mobs spawn and everything are the same. Could you stop raining, please? Please, no more rain. But yeah, as far as I know, all the settings would be roughly the same. I could, but it's kind of a thing about trust. I could be doing something off camera, such as mining or grinding for resources, and if I were to die and my levels were to suddenly change, I could just blame it on enchanting, and I wouldn't if I were to be doing it hardcore, I would do it hardcore. I would proceed to delete that world after I was done. But just having that is like a possibility for people to go, oh, wait a minute, nah, he probably died because, the reset is so on and so forth, and you only had like 8 levels, and when you die, the max you can get is 7. It's just a massive pain to have to deal with, and it's just additional trouble that I would just rather not. Minecraft is a very relaxing game for me, and I would rather just kind of keep it that way until they give us hardcore, or I get a PC to play on Java. So, for now, all I'm going to do is just keep playing Bedrock on hard mode and just enjoying it. When I die, it gets frustrating, but hey, it's fine. It's not what I play Minecraft for. I have enough stress in my life as is. I don't need additional stress. I'm gonna move this chest down here. That's not the chest. Oh my god. Move. Okay. Okie dokie dokie. So, one thing I will say, I think at this point it would be classified as episode 1, I think. But, in a previous episode, I talked about Christmas and stuff, and at this point, I think this would be coming out like somewhere mid-teens in January, somewhere around there, just because of how I'm wanting to set up my upload schedule and everything. But I talked about a weighted blanket and kind of some of the stuff I got. I got a nice thermos, which I like, and then I proceeded to immediately leave it at a friend's house, and I'm yet to go and get it because of the price of gas in my goddamn truck. It cost me like $10 just to go and fetch my cup. It's so bad. Please, can we make things affordable again? I don't want to drive a gas guzzler, but you guys make it hard for me to drive anything else when it's so damn expensive. Throw that there. Grab my stone. Grab some planks. Okay. But yeah, essentially, about the weighted blanket. I love that thing. One sec. I think there's a... Yeah, there's a package. Ooh, ah. But essentially, like the weighted blanket I was talking about, I love that thing. It has been so good for my health. It's just a 12-pound weighted blanket, but I have back issues. I'm 19 and I have back issues, pancreas issues. I've had cancer scares. It's been great. My life's been fun. God's got to keep me on my toes. He's like, don't you stay calm now, because things aren't gonna be nice. If you relax just a little bit too much, I'll spook you. And yeah. But essentially, for my back, one of the biggest things I can do to help it and kind of help me not just constantly be suffering as a result of it is sleep on my back. And I was crashing at a friend's place. And he was like, he handed me a weighted blanket. He's like, here, use this. I think I was sleeping on the floor because I'm just used to sleeping in not kind places. And I just grabbed the weighted blanket, threw it on top of me, and I slept amazing on a concrete floor. And I was like, man, that's nice. And God, that was probably like 4 or 5 months ago at this point. Oh, crap, no, that was before I left for a while. So that was 7, almost 8 months ago. Why? Can I? This is day 3 of rain. Can I just? No, I can't. Okay. Give me a minute. We're going to fix this. I never set my damn timer. This is going to be a long episode. Yeah, this is going to be a long one. Sorry, that rain was just driving me insane. And I don't know if this is intentional or if it's a glitch or something. There's obviously some fresh glitches in the system. So, but rain does not seem to go away anymore. Like, this is the only way I have found to consistently make the rain go bye-bye. Because it doesn't go away when you sleep anymore. Like, just sticks around until it goes away on its own. You have to, like, stay awake until the rain goes away. It's really goddamn annoying. Do I want to lower this? I think I'm going to lower this one more. I should also make a farm. Oh my god, I got the hiccups. Please stop. No more, please. Where's my... There it is. Hi, Kelly. What you doing, sweetie? Oh. Yeah, I think in the future I'm going to try to do little projects like, this. Kind of some light terraforming. I'm going to do that off camera. And what I'll probably end up doing in the future is just, I'll work on this, and then I'll start my recording immediately afterwards. Oh. Sorry. I hope that wasn't bad for you guys. I tried to cover the mic, but I couldn't get to the back of my headphones in time to switch the mic off. So, yeah, in the future, like especially whenever I'm working on the nice village, in which I think I'm going to layer it out a little bit different. There's a massive cave that I need to figure out something for. Maybe that's... I could build the blacksmiths in the caves. Like, put the blacksmiths and a bunch of, like, super industrial, like, stuff in the massive cave. Yo, I think that'd be really cool. I gotta come up with some super cool creative, like, stairwell designs going down. Oh. I'm so happy I'm recording because it's like an auto note. It just, like, notifies me, hey, you were gonna do this. Okay, it doesn't notify me, but it's close enough. You know, it's something that I can look back on, and I was like, man, I know I had an idea. It was like in like episode 3-ish area, and then I can just go and find it. Also, nice ass. Ugh. But yeah, the weighted blanket. I started this rant like half an hour ago at this point. But yeah, the weighted blanket like keeps me sleeping on my back, and it's great. I like don't hurt when I wake up in the morning anymore, and I sleep better when I actually sleep because I'm kind of insomniac and it's kind of painful. There's been countless times where I've just lied in bed going, man, sleep sure would be great. And then the demons in my head are like, it sure would, but not today. And then I'm doomed to eternal awakeness. A day in the life of me. It's not just my technology that has difficulties. It's everything. Slightly depressing notes in content creation. Flawless. The peak of creativity. I'll be hitting 10 gajillion subs in no time at this rate with my jokes. Yep, sure will. Come on. I don't have enough funny little quips and quips? I'm pretty sure it's quips. I don't have enough of these, and that wasn't a quip. I just genuinely am stupid with vocabulary, and I can't figure out what I'm actually supposed to say like 80% of the time. But I don't have enough, so we need to like get this done so I can like, you know, focus on some. Ooh, look, more coal. So I can like focus on something else for a hot minute while I like, you know, run my brain. Something that creates content. It's not just digging around. I don't have enough brain storage to dig around in there to find things to talk about while digging. Please help me. I need help. It's slipping. My sanity, it's gone. Help me, please. Since we're playing Minecraft, we could talk about a Minecraft YouTuber that I watch. Good old Technoblade. He hit 1 million on New Year's. It was super cool. I was like in the stream when he hit it. It was kind of nice to see him actually succeed. He's got cancer in his shoulder and like just finished like surgery that might have cured him all the way. He might have just a little bit more, in which chemo should be able to fix it. Hopefully. But yeah, he hit 10 million subscribers on New Year's. Like, probably a week or two after. Actually, probably not even a week or two after he had surgery that mostly cured him of his cancer. So, his New Year seemed to have gone pretty good, and it's nice to see him, like, recovering and doing better and still achieving his 2021 goal despite him getting cancer in, like, September-ish area. Yeah, it's nice to see that he's not slowing down at all. You know, apart from the fact that he barely plays right now because he, like, can't use one of his arms. Apart from that fact, it is nice to see him doing better. He's always been a funny creator that I've looked up to. Okie dokie. Well, we have dirt. Yep, we have dirt. Was I going to... I was going to... Okay, we're not done yet. Either A, I wasn't going to harvest this level, or B, I was. Either way, we're removing it now. I think it'll be better. Be gone. You want to mess with me too? Don't get in my way. See this dirt? This is my dirt. My dirt! You got it, my dirt. Yeah, that dirt you're walking on's mine. It's all mine. Now that I think about it, I was just whispering and I was like, yeah, my mic's actually sensitive enough that it probably is picking all this up. And then it reminded me. My chair squeaks. I need to fix that. But I don't exactly know how. I could probably lower it. I have it as high as it can be, and I don't think it's made to be this high, but I've had the chair for like 8+ years at this point. So I don't really, it doesn't really suit me anymore because I'm, almost reasonably tall. I'm taller than your average person, but I'm not like, oh, he's tall. But I'm just tall enough that it does make everything uncomfortable to sit in. So I probably need to buy a new chair, but that can wait because I still need to pay $100 for my editing software. Plus, I think $1,000 for a bunch of hunting stuff called damn tags. And, $300 for some camera gear for the other channel, which I'll just edit on this channel's editing thing. Because, I've already paid the $100 coming out of my damn wallet. So, the editing place can get over it. I've paid for my dues. But, I'm hoping I won't be able to this year, but I do still have a hunting tag. That if I'm filling up to it later in the season for it, I think it may have opened like 2 days ago. I think it opened New Year's. But I more than likely am not going to go out there for a little bit because I'm just getting out of being sick, and also it's a long drive to get down there. It's like a 6-hour drive to get down to my hunting area. And considering the amount of money I make and the fact that I'm trying to create content for this channel and everything, and I only have an action cam with one battery to try to record it with, it's going to be interesting if I am able to record it. But if I am, I do plan on uploading it onto the other channel, which should be nice. I think it will be, at least. Because it'll be a bow hunt with a longbow, which I have all my stuff prepped. Like, I could literally leave any day now, exempting the fact that I'd probably be stuck down there because of my truck and gas. But enough about how expensive things are. Everybody knows that gas is absurdly priced right now. I wouldn't be able to come back. And it's also definitely not worth it if I take my truck down there. It's like, the heaviest these things probably weigh is maybe pushing 60, 70 pounds. And that would be classified as a, this is a really big one. I'm probably at best gonna get 50, maybe mid-50s pound one, which is fine for me. I eat all of what I harvest. My parents don't. Well, my dad doesn't cook, and my mom doesn't touch game meat without my permission. The only time she cooks with game meat is when, she has my permission to cook with the game meat, because I paid for all of it. Every piece of game meat in the family freezer, I paid for. Like, I paid for the trip down there. I paid for, you know, the animal or the tag or whatever. I paid for my hunting equipment. Like, it's my animal. So my mom asked my permission, which I am very appreciative of, because, you know, it is nice to just, you know, have something that I worked for and it kind of be mine to cherish and use when I want. So moving on from that note, I probably at some point will be uploading that hunting video, but it'll be a month at least from now before I even get it probably edited. In which, if I can actually harvest on that trip, it will be like the whole 9 yards. I can't show gutting because YouTube is cranky boy and he's like, no, you're showing something that is, you know, biological. But, you know, some people get grossed out by it. And you can't just say, hey, viewer discretion is advised. This teaches you how to, like, you know, not waste things. But no, YouTube's like, no. Bad boy. Ban your channel. You're not allowed to access it for 2 months. Or we just outright delete it. Yeah, that's what YouTube likes to do to that sort of content. Which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I will learn ways to work around it, and if that means I don't have to show the gutting process, you know, save me time editing and everything. But yeah, I won't show the gutting process. That probably also runs off the skinning process, but if I do harvest, I will show how to tan hides, also how to make a fleshing board and a draw knife for tanning hides, because that's something I can do. And also, I will show how to butcher animals, because that's something I can do, and I'm actually pretty good at, all things considered. I probably won't show any sausage recipes, because, like any recipes to show how I further process things, I will probably show a jerky recipe, because I'll at least try it. I do enjoy having some nice snacks that I can just throw in a camping pack and go, and it gives me something nice to munch on while I'm off with my doggo hiking. Okay, so I can't get really any more dark oak reasonably. But yeah, when I finally when me and my friend actually start uploading on that channel, I'm hoping to get, like, uploads out there. Next year I'm planning, hopefully, there's a small chance that we can draw a Gemsbuck tag, which would be awesome. Gemsbuck are a really cool animal, and it's the other guy's, like, it's one of his, you know, like, dream animals. So if we can get him one of those, that'd be cool. And we're party hunting to try to increase his odds of drawing it. And if he does, we'll upload some Gemsbuck hunting. If not, you guys will possibly get to see a Gemsbuck hunt 2023, because I'm looking at a Texas hunt. One of my friends in the Army really wants to harvest an axis deer, and I was like, oh yeah, dude, I could do some looking at some hunts in Texas for an axis deer, ideally something that they're okay with, kind of just going, doing our own thing, trekking country, covering ground. And I found one that it was pretty much like, you know, whatever Gemsbuck you want. not Gemsbuck, axis deer you want, kind of flat rate, so he could shoot a really big one. Or he could shoot like just a little small one. It's kind of, there'll probably still be some, talk with the landowner, because it just makes sense. He's trying to, damn it, he's trying to manage this property to grow good mature animals. So ideally we'll harvest, a more mature axis deer. That's kind of always what you look for when hunting, is a more mature animal, because it's overall going to be better for the health of that herd to harvest a more mature animal. It's just relatively simple biology. Especially once going off of like females, for example, if you were to be doe hunting or something, a doe, a mature doe or a barren doe, she doesn't produce young anymore, but she eats more food than a doe that does produce young. So it's overall going to provide more food for the rest of the herd, harvesting her, than, harvesting a young cow that still is producing cow. I'm thinking elk, but I'm, talking about deer. It's going to be overall better to shoot just an older deer. It gives the younger ones more of a chance to survive and learn and inherit traits that they can pass on to their young, while the older ones just take up more food, and that takes away from the younger animals. So, fun biology facts over, because that's not what I intended this to be at all. It's me going on about the ecology of an ecosystem with certain animals when talking about paid for hunts in Texas. But, we're going to shoot for a more mature buck, mostly because, they're bigger, and there is always like an appeal to that. But we're thinking about 2023. My friend that I'm also hosting this channel with, he's hopefully going to be graduated from college by then. So he's going to do a gemsbuck hunt. They have, I always call them golden gemsbuck, but that's not what they actually are. But they have one of them for a pretty reasonable price. So he wants to do one of those hunts, which I'm absolutely on board with. But they have fallow deer, which for me is a major bucket list animal. I think they're just beautiful deer. So we might be trying to do a 3-person hunt for that, trying to all harvest kind of 3 bucket list animals for us in Texas. And, it's fun. And also, this spring/summer area, we're also going to be uploading a sheep hunt out in Texas. There's a landowner out there that it's not high fenced. He just has some, different rams, such as merino rams, Caucasian rams, mouflon, desert bighorns, Texas dolls, that just kind of are out and about on his property. And he's, he gets paid for people to go out there and trek around his property to go shoot them. So we're going to go do that. It's it's not a guaranteed bag. Last time we went out, we both shot 2 with our bows, but it was a weird way it happened. There were several people out there, and it kind of almost worked as a drive. It was kind of cool. But I got a Caucasian sheep with my long bow and a 4-horn sheep that only had 3 horns, that I thought was just really cool. I got that with the longbow as well. And then my friend got a really big painted desert bighorn, and then a pretty good size merino sheep. So he definitely got some bigger animals, because I think both of my sheep combined weren't as big as his merino. Like, he shot a nice sized merino. I will give him that. And he jugular shot it too. I wish I'd have been there to see the shot, but I was a bit busy shooting my own sheep. But moving on from that, because that's not exactly what this is about. I do plan on uploading one of those sheep hunts on the other channel as well. Whether we bag or not, it's kind of a fun adventure, and you can learn a lot through especially failed hunting trips. You know, successful hunting trips are what all of us want, but failed ones are what you learn from. So, moving on from that, let's make our template. And I should check my timer, because my timer's about to... Timer is less than a minute. So I'm going to wrap up this episode here. We finished terraforming this. I spent way too much time going on a rant about hunting and stuff. But hey, I was talking, so that is progress, and that's something I'm happy I actually managed to achieve. But with that being said, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment some, comment some materials that you guys think I should build this house out of, because this is going to be probably the end of this recording session for a little bit. And since, I think this will be coming out in a week, and that'll probably be around the time that I start doing another bulk recording session, I think that'll work out nicely. So feel free to comment some materials you think I should build this out of. Ideally out of more local resources. If it's the stone material, we can work on that. As long as it's not end stone. Because I've never gone to the end, and I'm not going to do it. Actually, that would be an incredible reason to do it. Go there, kill the ender dragon, just to get some end stone. But yeah, feel free to comment some materials you think I should build this out of, and I will work on an outline and everything in the next episode, and we'll probably start breaking ground, but probably won't have it finished. But at the very least, we'll have an outline and a frame built. So yeah, see you all next time. Take care.